All right. Hello and welcome. Welcome.
Hello. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Isle of Gaming. It's 8, it's Monday, and it's time for Dungeons and Dragons. If you miss an episode or you just want to see us again, we do upload these streams to YouTube every Friday under the Isle of Gaming banner. Just look for the line art D20 with the red 1 in the middle. It's kind of our trademark. I'm your dungeon master, Cullum Coleman. Today, Aaron is Gareth the Warlock. Caleb is Caspian the Rogue. Gwendolyn is Robin the Wizard. And Justin is Rockchild the Bard. Together, they are the Knaves of Venzor. Last time, the Knaves managed to limp back to Dassos to seek payment for their very first quest. And having acquired the agreed upon sum, the Knaves set about finding ways to spend it. It really did not last. Banned from the Black Bay's blemish for the time being, Caspian arranged for the Knaves to find respite in the exclusive back room of Arn's Exotic Ornaments. Greeted warmly by the massive one-eyed minotaur that is Arn Castile, the party set about admiring his wares. A number of items were purchased, and Robin, upon the inspection of a lantern of revealing, suffered a rather lucid moment of waking nightmare, transported back to an oh so fateful day in the sea. Returned to the party, the Knaves proceeded to spend the night in Arn's back room and decided to explore Dassos some more before acting on their obligation to seek out Nute the Newt. Um, Caspian chose to meet once again with Horace Dale of the Guardsmen and investigated the local mercenary postings for some further work, selecting a missive regarding a rumor of a hanged men returning from the grave in Tywardurth, at the opposite side of the island from where they were now headed. This is going to be fun travel for everybody, let me tell you. Gareth and Rockchild set about playing street music in an unlicensed performance, an act with put Gareth at odds with some of the local guardsmen. One street chase later, and a rather failed attempt to con Robin out of her money, more or less due to Robin's own complete infatuation with anything but the salesman. The Knaves regrouped and set about on their journey to Llyne and Nute the Newt. We now come to you on the ending of the 12th day of Maris. It is the dawning of the 13th, a Sunday, as you awaken unmolested on the side of the Timber Lane.
Like how you had to specify that we were unmolested.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Aaron, I believe he means more that we were not bothered, not so much that there wasn't a fiddler in the forest.
I don't know what you do in your sleeping bags.
Does it count if it's with yourself?
All right.
Anyways, the music is
Moving
now
on.
changing to something happy as you all wake up. You are safe, you are well, you have not been murdered, robbed, or otherwise abducted.
Today's a better day than last.
Oi, does anyone have any coffee?
Waffy.
Coffee? I don't know if we have coffee around here.
No, I believe you were in charge of your own provisions.
This is gonna be a long day if I'm not gonna have any coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee. Just wakes up
Yeah.
every. Sorry, there isn't a Dunkin' Donuts.
We're still in town, right?
Notice, you left Dassos in the late afternoon and proceeded
Okay.
to walk a distance into along the Timber Lane and rest there. It takes about 2 or 3 full days of travel on the Timber Lane to get from Dassos to Llyne. So you've probably got another day and a half at least to get there.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you're in the woods. You're camping on the side of the road.
Sorry, I
Yes, yeah.
forgot. Okay, so, all right, yeah. Well, I guess let's just like head out to Llyne. Is there anything you guys want to do before we head out?
You guys are on the road right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's pack up camp, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
we can pack up camp.
Yeah.
Might take a leak behind one of those bushes,
Wait,
but
we could pack up camp without coffee? I didn't know that was possible.
okay. I
I'm
don't
gonna
talk
find
to
an
me.
actual Australian. Be
until
friends
I
with
haven't
them
had
first,
my
and
coffee.
you can come on this stream just to make you stop your accent.
Listen, it's not an Australian accent. It's a
Alright, fine, a New
fantasy
Zealander.
accent. It's a fantasy accent.
New Zealand.
So the fantasy
Sure.
takes part in Australia. Got it.
I was about to say, at least I'm honest about mine being like a half-assed British accent.
Also, Colum, I just want to point out that in chat you currently have a fan club started.
Oh,
What?
no. What can I say? I'm me and I know it.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
Who wouldn't want to be a part of his fan club?
He calls it a fan club, but in reality, it's a cult.
Yeah, we all know it's a cult. Look at the cowl, the cloak.
And yes, okay, now I have to go play Cult of the Lambs and name it after the Twitch chat. Here we go.
There we go.
All right, so
Okay.
alrighty, let's
Another
head
30
out
bucks.
and get going. The sooner we get to town, the sooner we can get some coffee.
I
Excellent.
was about to say, Caspian, do you want to see if we can scrounge up something and make you some coffee?
I don't think you want the beans for coffee around here.
I can only assume.
What exactly is coffee?
Oh,
It's
you're a child and you're from the Feywild. Coffee.
Yes.
This is when we get to town, coffee's on me. It's this beautiful black liquid. You drink it in the morning. You can drink it in the middle of the day, and you can drink it at night. And it just gives you that little perk.
would
Little-
advise drinking it at night, especially since you've never had it. Coffee tends to wake you up and tends to keep you up. So if you're trying to go to bed, not the best idea.
Oh,
He's
how
also a
interesting! Well, I would
child.
love to try coffee. When we get to town. So you can't just make it with like berries or something in the bush.
You know, I don't know how they make coffee. I just know that I order it a lot.
Colin,
But
can I roll
we
for
can
nature?
find that out.
All right. Roll nature to find coffee beans
I
in a
was-
temperate zone.
Well, that's what I was trying to see. Like, can I see what the location is? Like, if there would be something similar or something
You-
that could provide caffeine.
Roll nature.
Okay.
Roll nature just to make a dice roll happen at this freaking point. 15. All right. You are traveling uphill along a road into a deciduous forest. So no, there is no coffee. There's decidedly no coffee-like thing. You gather it'd be a very bad idea to attempt to grow coffee here between the slope upon which you are slowly rising and just the general atmosphere of the woods you are in.
Okay. Robin is gonna go up to Caspian and be like, "While we're on our journey, can you tell me about, this potion coffee? You don't know how it's brewed, but can you tell me more about its effects?" And wants to know like the history of it, as it seems it is commonly used in the material plane as we do our journey.
I feel like coffee would have a different history compared to what we have.
Oh no, you're gonna get this kid addicted before she's before they're
They.
even. Sorry, misgendered. My
Okay.
fault.
Alright.
Before
As
they
we-
even
as
really
we-
get going.
As we walk, I just info dump all about different types of coffee.
Yes.
And that so you can get it hot, you can get it cold, and sometimes you get little like shots of it, and it's even stronger than regular coffee. And sometimes you can mix it with milk, different types of
Alright.
milk.
So as you are walking
This is gonna go
down
on and
the
on.
road,
Let's go.
as you are walking down the road, who is leading you down this road?
Obviously not
will.
me, because
I
I'm
will.
I'm explaining coffee.
Cool.
All right,
I'll
Gareth.
I'll be taking point.
Gareth, roll me a survival check to follow the road.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see me abuse my power for the first time with a 9.
God,
Wah,
it rolled
The
a
wah.
curse of survivalism is back. It's here. It's live for you now, and I'm about to love it.
It was
So,
almost a 14. I saw it. I was like, ooh, 14. No.
that's gonna be a fun thing. Aaron with a 9, right there. You get to call it on our first roll of the dice for our D10. But first, today we will be playing with tiny dice. It has small
Tiny dice.
They're tiny dice. Please give me a call on whether you want odds or evens for our D10 roll of randomness.
I do like even numbers when setting the volume, so we'll go evens.
All right.
I love the way you chose that.
Oh, you're very lucky. It's an 8.
Yay!
So you have chosen the form of the destroyer. That is good.
I was about to say, are you rolling in our favor or against our favor? Because that always changes it.
So you walk, and you walk for much of the day. In fact, it's late afternoon. It's about time you start looking for camp, and you realize there's not really been a road underfoot. You've just been kind of, drifting around the trees in a more or less, just relatively flattish or openish part of the woods. As you're nearing twilight, you come to a wonderful new place.
Woohoo!
The upside down.
So you come to a part. You are sort of in the over here in the upper left-hand corner of this new map. You come to a part where just sort of the ground kind of rises up, and you see sort of mossed over the ruins of a sort of what was once a lookout tower. You can hear the flow of water from presumably the other side of the tower, but you've all sort of entered here. I'm gonna drop you all in as some little tokens, just so that
Suspicious.
we can all see each other as you all just sort of slowly arrive as soon as the game lets me put you on the map. There you are. You have sort of all moved on in, and that's about where you all are.
As we arrive. And so the last thing I'll say about it is you can get it with milk. You can get all types of milk. And there's some milks that aren't even from an animal. You can get them from nuts and stuff.
How do you do that? I'll like chip
Interesting.
in. Like how do you milk a nut?
Well, you just... I haven't really thought about it. I think it's just nut juice, but nut juice doesn't sound too good, so you call it milk.
Question: why do you drink other animals' milk?
Because it's delicious.
It's refreshing. I like the taste.
Have you ever had cereal with milk?
No.
Aw.
Robin is just gonna go. Okay, these material plane people are weird.
Robin, they are the foreign exchange student, and we're telling them all about our culture.
This weird American.
It's like when
culture.
we have a German. It's like when we have a German exchange student, and we have to tell them they have to buy their own healthcare.
What? Your
Uh,
healthcare is not provided?
So, Robin, being slightly creeped out by this situation, is kind of gonna look off to get out of it, and then go, "Where exactly are we?"
I don't know.
And then I'm gonna do a perception check. Especially since you're playing that music.
Yeah. Oh, is it coming through now? I was worried.
Yeah.
I was worried it wasn't coming through. I switched from the nice meadow to the ominous hum. Sick.
Oh.
So you're kind of looking around. It's kind of hard to see. You're kind of looking up a cliff. You can see the ruins of a wall. There's trees here. This place is clearly a place that was once built, presumably as just like mapping the road or keeping the road safe, and has long since it's been abandoned. It looks, I will say, even with a 6, looks a bit oddly old for how old you know Venzor to be. Venzor was Caspian. It's very common knowledge. Venzor was discovered about 253 years ago. This is the 253rd year of discovery. This would have had to have been built right at that time for it to be as weather worn as it looks.
It is an old structure here. Is it nighttime or is it middle of the day?
It is late afternoon. I'm putting the time at around 4 or 5 p.m.
You spent this entire morning talking about coffee.
He did nothing but talk about coffee the entire day.
Time flies when you're having fun. Well, this seems to be peculiar, as most of the denizens of Venzor know, only about 200-ish years old, and this is an old structure. I mean, the old as Venzor, it seems. Well, check it out.
Are you one of them architecturologists?
Yes, I know. I know all about the archaeology.
Oh,
I love to archaeology in my spare time. Actually,
neat. I don't think I've ever met one of you before.
That's what they look like.
Nerd.
Rockchild will just be kind of dumbfounded and also kind of impressed.
God just slowly prepares the blowtorch as you make fun of his real world job.
You know, Rock. The best way to figure out how old something is to lick it. So why don't you lick the wall? Tell me what it tastes like.
Okay, can I? What do I need to roll to lick the wall?
Attack roll.
All right, so if
you're gonna lick the wall.
All right, so if you're going to lick the wall, now I assume you're not talking about the natural rock here, and you're talking more about this.
Yes.
I actually want to go right here.
All right, so if you guys are moving up to investigate the actual structure in the upper level, or if you're going anywhere around the map, please put yourself where you would like to be as you sort of move through this space.
I would like to eventually get here,
I am gonna hang back because this place gives me the creeps.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so Rockchild is going to lick the wall. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, because I'm convinced that Caspian isn't lying to me. I just believe him.
Your trust in your fellow.
I just listened to this man go on a 3-hour rant about coffee.
And that was like, yes, I should trust him.
He sounded like a knowledgeable and trustworthy person.
Yeah.
Clearly, a man who knows that much about coffee isn't going to lie to me.
True. Okay.
I also don't have the highest intelligence in the world, and I'm trying to play that.
You know what that's fair.
All right, so you are going. All right, so you lick the wall. You Rockchild here, lick the wall.
Yeah.
All right. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
This man's gonna get hepatitis.
No. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Tetanus.
As for the other 3 of you, I will allow you to roll history or investigation if you want to sort of search what you're where you are.
Ooh, a 15.
All right, congratulations, you get to live.
Yeah.
You said it was.
Can I also do a history check with that?
History or investigation?
Oh, with history.
It's either history or investigation is a choice for you guys because you're licking the wall.
Yeah.
So you choose a portion of the wall, and there's green and yellow, little bits of fungus kind of growing out of it. It's all very overgrown. You find what you think is a relatively clean patch to lick, and you immediately start. You spit it up. You spit up for next several seconds as you taste and just barely succeed the DC for yellow mold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't quite get an age, Caspian. However, I could definitely tell that there's yellow mold on here.
Yeah, a deadly poison.
Great job. You just hear that from Robin in the back, just this is a fantastic idea.
You're wiping little peanut-sized spores off your face from pushing into it.
Hey, if anybody's got a vial or something, we could use that to make poison.
Do I still have
Yes.
the vial from the potion?
You said poison Kronk.
Poison for Kuska.
Hey, you forget, I'm still convinced that it was a poison.
We'll get to that. We'll get to trying to harvest. If you want to try and harvest the yellow mold, that's going to be a whole nother set of checks that we'll get to in a second after everyone's history check. So we're going to start bottom to top. Robin with the 13. Then we've got 2 ties for 6. You don't get a history check, Rockshot, if you're licking the wall. I've said that 3 times now.
Sorry.
Stop rolling.
Okay.
Stop it. No. So Robin, you have a 13. You're kind of down around the edges here. With the history check, you can kind of see these walls. The masonry form that's coming apart is oddly cyclopean. It looks more giant make than it would be anything normal size. The blocks are definitely each block is bigger than you. And the blocks are crumbling and they've cracked apart, and it just looks pretty ancient. You do manage to get a glimpse of this river over here flowing away.
Okay.
The river coming out from somewhere down there. Why does it rolling you like that? That is so weird. For Caleb, I don't know what's gone wrong with you in chat. I will fix that at the end of at the end of the session, because it's rolling you as Caleb current character and not as Caspian Gray. I might want to check to make sure you've got that selected right. But Caspian, you see, looking around, you do a little bit of math. You've been educated. You're from the Isle. You've done a lot. You've had access to some degree of privilege while living here. This strikes a bit of a chord with you in a very bad way. There are rumors, mind you, blasphemous rumors, that the great ships that sailed across the Sea of Star and Sky were not the first to land here. That there is something older that resides within Venzor. Older than the gods of the Ascendant Nine. Older than the city of Avernus. Older than the beachhead at Dassos. This place looks to you not 250 years old, but 1,000, 2,000, maybe a bit more. This is ancient. And nothing ancient should be on Venzor. Nothing ancient at all. Gareth. You get a similar feeling, with a little less intel on the history of why this feels wrong, but you kind of put together this is older than what I've been told Venzor is. And you can see at the point you're at is a sort of well, and you can see light from the lateness of the day, shining down into that well, and looks like quite a large space down there. And there's something shiny, I guess, glints at the edge of it.
Like on the edge of the well itself,
Like at the bottom, at the edge of what the light touches in the bottom. It looks much bigger down below than it is up here. Bottom, what the light touches, there's something shiny there, and you sort of swore the second you darkened over the top of the well, there was a scraping of something moving. It's silent now, but it was definitely there. And then Rockchild starts coughing up all the spores.
Brilliant.
as you're all forced to look away from your current puzzlings.
Yay. If you guys are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit follow down below for more.
A little bit further in, as Rockchild starts coughing up mold, more quizzical than anything, making sure he isn't dead.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he is thankfully quite fine.
I lived.
Do I notice the river on the side over here?
You do hear that. You've heard the water since you arrived. Robin is the one who noticed it. I assume you all compare notes at some point up here, trying to figure out what this place is.
Yeah, I was gonna come in and mention that to everyone, being like, "Oh, do we know what this is? Because there seems to be a river that flows underneath this place." Still hesitant to kind of walk into the structure.
There's something down in this well.
What kind of something?
Something shiny.
You know what we could do?
Leave it alone?
No.
We could tie the child.
Nope.
Okay, well, it's worth a shot.
Wait, did little Joey fall down the well?
Yeah, can I peer down? I'd like to see if I can make out what's down there.
Sure, roll me a perception check.
Okay. I do have dark vision if that helps, but perception, here I go.
Yeah, because you're just trying to make out clearly something it's like you're up top here. This is something you can't quite tell what it is, but the shiny thing, it's smallish, appears what you can glimpse of is about the size of your hand resting on something much larger. It's hard to tell. The space down there is very big. It's probably, given how high up you are, about a 2 or 3 story drop if you were to jump in.
All right, who's got rope?
I believe that's what comes with my Dungeoneer kit.
All right.
But there is also water coming out of it, so we want to check that out first before we just drop in.
Could we potentially refill our canisters from here?
I wouldn't do that. I mean, there's mold all about if you want to start hacking up again.
Well,
I mean,
To say.
if we have a bucket.
I live.
Okay, do you
There's
know
a
how to
well.
filter water?
You boil it. I did learn
Running-
that one.
Running water is more likely to be safe.
It is, but depending on the foliage around it, it might not be.
But we could boil it and kill macroorganisms. I learned that in Orc Scouts.
Or speaking as scout.
You know that.
Roll deception with disadvantage. Orc Scouts are not a thing.
Oh.
And if they were, they would never accept you.
Why?
That funny. Here you go.
Well, you've given me your backstory, and you've told me a lot of things about it. And there in no way Orc Scouts fits in with what you gave me.
Ah.
Well, if anyone would like to challenge him,
Yeah, sure.
actually not the most uncompelling lie he's given.
Wait, do we roll? Since he rolled with disadvantage, do we roll with
You
advantage?
just roll straight.
Okay.
You just roll straight, because so it's it's insight.
Just roll straight
And-
insight.
Yeah.
Damn it, Gareth, you orc.
As a half orc, you go liar. The other two.
12, 12.
The other two with the 12s. This is fun. So insight technically beats deception on a tie. So you're
Oh.
just figure it out for yourselves. Like, it seems very plausible, but not for him.
One of these days you're gonna have to show me all the patches that you got in the Orc Scouts. Love to
Can't-
see them.
Lost him in the war. Unfortunate. It was tragic.
What war?
Was it the
I-
Great One?
No, it's part of my backstory.
It's a lesser one, actually.
I guess I'll go into like
Suppliers.
a brief backstory for you guys. Like, I'll just go into story. Like, no, my parents were killed by religious zealots. So,
Oh my god.
All right, so moving on past that, because I don't know how to deal with it. Y'all want to go find the shiny stuff? We can process this a bit later.
I would say maybe we should leave the abandoned temple alone because it's been abandoned for a reason. Also, if we're going to boil the water, that's not going to get rid of everything. Apparently, in the Orc Scouts, they did not teach you everything.
How
It's
do,
gonna
how
like
do you know?
pat Rothschild.
yeah, would you have gone to Orc Scouts?
No, didn't go to Orc Scouts, but do know basic survival. Thank you.
All right. Can we? I'm gonna start moving down towards the river, and I'll move my token accordingly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there too.
All right. As you go down to the river, I'm going to do my I have to take my ring off for this because it's going to require a lot of hotkeys. Let's go. All right. So this is going to be shift click. So as you go down to the river, you guys can actually move yourselves down towards the lower right. Do you now see this new space that is opening up for you?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, so there you go. This is you have now made it down to the base of the structure. And you guys can see because you all can see because you have, you've been up top and you're been on the outside. You can all kind of make out this sort of rough place as you all head towards the cave into the rushing water. It's not really rushing, but it's loud enough to where like the brook babbles. All right. I assume by the placement that Rockchild would like to head in first.
Oh no. I'll start back.
I'll head in first. I'm very eager to find out what this is. So
All right.
I will take lead.
All right.
I'll come in second.
All right. So
I will be in the rear.
All right. So Point Man will make the perception check for everybody as you head up the river, and that's going to determine how much of this I reveal.
All right, guys. +1. Here we go.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
shit.
Oh my god.
Wowzers.
Okay. So
That was almost a 2.
Almost a 2.
We're going to start off here. This is going to be a bit of a chunk by chunk reveal, but you come in and you find this lovely, massive looking waterway here flowing. You can kind of see almost up to the point. You can see in the water there are little bits of things. Some of them appear to be just sort of flowing past you a little bit in the water as they get flushed down from the source. Shavings of metal.
I'm going to start crouching, and I'll pull out my bow.
Yeah.
And I would like to sneak. I don't know if this makes sense, but the water's moving.
Yeah, the
I
water
s-
is moving. It's enough to make a noise. You gather in the center here, this nice big round
Mhm.
spot that you can see too. It's kind of a still pool from which the rest of the water is flowing out.
With that being the case, I'm going to move throughout the water, trying to be stealthy, knowing that water is moving and making noise. If
Yeah.
I'm being, hopefully that's going to cover any noise that I make. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
anyone who wishes to sneak into the next part, roll a stealth check and move your token wherever you think they would go to.
and I'll roll my stealth check.
I'm gonna expand a little bit based on your nat 20 there,
Oh
Caspian.
well,
I
can't all be
screwed
good.
that up.
Yeah, there you
That was rolled with disadvantage. Can I redo that one or?
go. It's just the first number.
Okay.
But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's not like you botched it for everybody. But yeah, anyone who's moving in can roll the stealth check. And as we begin to reveal a bit more from where you are hidden, you can see that the cave kind of continues around this way for certain. It might continue. It continues to the left for certain. It might continue to the right. It's hard to tell. You can see more things further in. Bit of lettuce. Scraps of not too fresh bread. Some small bones, other such things kind of scattered up in this general area over here.
Are we gonna find Smeagol?
You don't know.
Would I
There's a
know
single
whether,
gold ring on the ground in front of you. Do you pick it up?
Yes.
would I be able to determine, given where I'm from, whether or not the water is fresh and like how pure it is?
Given your association with fresh water in particular, this is a wellspring. The water is fresh. It does appear to have been slightly contaminated by whatever metal shavings seem to be running off into it. So probably, not really the best. It would be good drinking water, but there's little shards of metal, and you don't really want to drink that. But it is fresh, clean water.
I am now more interested in what is polluting this.
Yeah, it's a very minor pollution, but it's also something to be very unfortunate if you were to drink.
Which is now why I have no idea.
Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys do? You can see evidence of like food scraps up here, like something or someone has been living here.
I want to investigate further.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna not so subtly whisper. I think we're barging in on someone's home. This doesn't seem like the best idea.
And whoever they are, they're polluting this water, and I need to have a word with them.
It's an open door policy.
I don't think that's how caves work.
I'm gonna creep a little further in.
All right, yeah, everyone move in. Yeah, your stealth checks kind of set for this area a bit,
Yep.
but like,
Yeah.
So you're probably not. So you can see further in. Oops, wrong button. Reveal. There we go. Don't hide more shit. Reveal it. You can see going further in, the cave kind of comes and turns, and there's also a small cliff area starting right about here, lifts up. It's more. There's more stuff over there. There's like a wooden, what might have been a bench or a table. You're not sure. That's on like 3 legs wedged against the wall. Some
Does
stuff.
the water get deeper?
The water actually ends here. It does get deeper over here. It is a wellspring. So it probably goes like, it's been between ankle and knee deep, and now it's kind of going up most to your thighs. I'd say it's probably gotten about 2 to 3 feet. It's not gonna go over the waists of most people. I know Robin is a little shorter.
Yeah,
But
that's why I asked.
it's still water that you would wade through even if you're power walking, as opposed to having to swim.
Okay.
You can kind of feel a little current of the water bubbling up slowly. This is a wellspring. Yeah. So what do you guys do as you kind of splash your way into the?
I'm
into
definitely gonna move further in.
Yeah. Move. Yeah.
I
Move as you see fit.
I just watched House of a Thousand Corpses like the other night, and the scene in which they lower the 2 people into the well.
So you're saying the 15 skeletons I have hidden at the bottom of this water is not going to surprise you?
Yeah, no, the 15 mutilated test subjects of Dr. Satan are just gonna come out and jump us. And then we have to run through a fucking tunnel of bones.
Actually, it's Dr. Satan.
Satan.
Yeah.
No. Your landlord's name is Satin.
I think
Like
I
the
want
cloth.
to.
All right, I'm gonna move.
Hold on, real quick. I think I
All
want to use Eldritch Sight.
right, what does Eldritch Sight do?
You can cast detect magic at will without expending a spell slot.
So you are detecting magic.
Yes.
There's nothing magical within your range. This is all mundane. It's table, it's food scraps, it's little bits of iron and steel.
Okay.
You know, there's something on the table. It's kind of hard to see because you're sitting there in waist deep to chest deep water, just sort of looking up at the dry land, and then you see the table in the distance.
I'm gonna move up to the very edge of the dry land, like on the dry land.
I'm just gonna move here.
All right, yeah. So you move up. You both see that the area does in fact expand both directions.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a little bit of clearing here just to make everything easier. You can see the cavern extends to another small area over here that has a little pit down into it. And you can see at the bottom of this pit here, there's like massed hay and like moth-ridden, torn-up blankets. The blankets actually look like they would once been pretty nice. Sort of bundled up in there, and a broken like iron clasp with a bit of chain on it.
This is bedding.
The chain is broken, as is the clasp itself.
I look at Caspian and I go, this is bedding. There's an animal living down here.
That's what I think so too. In the hay, in the bedding, is there like excrement?
You go to take a closer look. There's no excrement, but the blankets themselves, they bear an insignia.
Oh, what's the insignia, Mr. DM?
Roll me a I'd say roll me a history check. It appears to be a the bedding itself is this sort of nice red color, and there is a like steel gray stylized set of letters. You're able to identify the letters, but you don't know what they mean. It's a M overlaid with a V. There appears to have once been something like in cursive embroidered under it, but that has since been torn away.
Rockchild just camping out of the entrance.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out. I'm nowhere near smart enough to figure this stuff out, and I just imagine like you guys idly just hear music start emanating from the front of the cavern.
Way to creep everyone else out. I was gonna say,
So-
Robin is like creeping further and further because they're worried about the party, but they're also just like, please don't leave me alone.
Two possibilities.
You shouldn't have said that, because now I'm thinking of the Sir Robin bards from
Sir Robin
Monty
is
Python.
supreme.
So there's two
Just talking about how
possibilities.
you're gonna die the whole time.
Either whatever's living here is deeper within this cavern, or Rockchild's gonna greet it first.
I'm at the front of the cavern. You guys are at the back.
Yeah, it's either in here or it's not, and it will return.
Well, you guys.
So
will know.
who's gonna greet it first, us or you?
Can I
Here.
do a history check or an investigation check? Because now I'm with Caspian and Gareth.
Sure. What are you focusing on with this check?
So I am focusing on the blanket and the kind of shackles and stuff.
I'll let you decide whether you want that to be history or investigation. Point of note to Gareth. You did see something move when you looked down through the bottom of the well.
Yeah,
Um.
and I think it's in here,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and
I'm
I
gonna
need
go
to
with
go have a word
history.
with it.
18.
18. Robin, you seen something like this before? Because of course you fucking have. When you arrived in Dassos, and were getting pawned through by the Dawar and a number of other things, some of the empty crates of stuff that had been, sort of exported and re-import, some of the empty crates coming back in bore this VM insignia. It belongs to the House of the Van Myers. You know them only as a dwarven merchant enterprise. They specialized in horses, of all things. You don't really know anything more about them, but like it was a lot of like horse stuff that they were bringing back and importing to the Isle, and or sending out. There was a stable, under one of the ships with you, had some Van Meyer horses being sent out. You were kind of with the food for them. Food was on one ship, the horses were on another.
I'm going to look at Caspian and be like, why would the Van Myers have a secret stable here? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what's going on, kind of thing. Just like,
This probably
well, I
isn't a
recognize
stable.
this, and
This probably
The
isn't a
fucking-
stable in the normal sense.
The fucking horse? The horse dwarves?
Yep.
yes, isn't that the insignia on the blanket?
Oh yeah.
But why would they shackle their horses? My first thought was someone was trapped here, kidnapped.
Point of note with that, actually, the shackle itself, well, it does not bear any particular insignia. It does, it is the sort of thing that would wrap around the ankle of, say, your average humanoid. You don't see another end to the chain. It does look with your 18 like the shackle was on someone's leg. They came to this place and then they broke it off.
Okay.
Like, like whoever it was wasn't necessarily imprisoned here, but came here and finished, taking the rest of their, bonds off.
Okay, so I'm gonna call out to Caspian. I'm getting an even worse feeling here. I think we should go. Where are you going?
I need to just have a word with the owner.
All right.
Or
So
with
you
the
head,
inhabitant.
you two head further in. All right, you are now at the table, and I will do a little bit of a side reveal here. There we go. Just make that nice and easy for everyone. On the table, you see laid out before you a number of rusty, old, very beat up. Like this is very much like the sort of thing someone would throw away. Versions of the tools for a smith's for a blacksmith. They look like they have been repaired by someone who knows what they're doing in a lot of very creative ways. You also see around the corner, the cave lifts up in this area. Kind of like around here, lifts up about 10, 15 feet. You can't really see over that lip. And it continues towards what you can now see as the light further this way. This is where this is sort of the edge of the light you saw when you looked in.
All right.
Going in.
You both continue further in. All right, you
I want
cannot
to investigate this table real quick.
All right, sure. Roll an investigation to search the table further. You head further in. You cannot see up the cliff face. Just by virtue of the fact that it's good 10 feet high and it's over your head. But you look in, you're able to see. Oops, there we go. Most of the other stuff. Investigation 2. Yeah, it's a bunch of tools for smith shit. You're not able to see above the on the cliff, but you see the well, this sort of little patch of water here that's mostly dried up. There's right on the edge of the light, kind of right between where you guys looking. You can see the shiny thing you saw before isn't there. But you can see clearly now. The thing it was resting on was, in fact, a very grimy, very worn anvil. But the shiny object that was on top of it has vanished.
All right. Can you ping where the anvil is?
Certainly, the anvil would have been right about here-ish.
Okay.
Yeah, you're standing right next to it now.
And up here is cliff face 15 feet up, and then you could go up.
So let me show you. This line, see this line I'm making with the blue?
Yeah.
That is that is the edge of a cliff face.
Okay.
It goes up 15 feet. Over here is another cliff face, similar size. And over here, the path kind of continues on downward. I'll do a little bit of revealing to make that easier to see.
Cool. I'm going to continue down this way with my bow and arrow drawn.
All right, yeah, sure. As you head down that way, Gareth, what's your armor class?
14.
Okay. That is, I believe, going to that's gonna just hit you. Gareth, as you're standing there from over the top of the cliff that you are standing like right next to, just sweeping down comes this almost scythe-like blade that deals 11 points of slashing damage.
Oh, a bitch.
And then like retracts back up into the ceiling. Everyone roll initiative.
Ayo.
I knew this was a bad idea.
Including me, would I know what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna exactly be quiet about this.
You hear it's like you hear a crunch and a scream, and now you've got to deal with your friends. All right, let's go. We got some good initiatives for today. So let's start ourselves off here. D-boy, what's yours? Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. So initiative order today is going to be, we're gonna have Cass is up first. Then we have Rock. Then we will have our bad guy. Then Robin. Then Gareth. So, you hear Gareth get struck by something. You don't know what.
Okay. I will turn around, and I've been prepping for something to happen. Is there someone on top of the ledge?
Roll me a quick perception check, just to see, just because you're far enough away now where like you could probably see, have an angle on it. So just roll me a quick perception check to see if you see this creature.
Okay.
Yeah, 17 is going to be enough. I'm going to do a reveal.
Yes.
So I can get the reveal to work. So I'm going to reveal the whole ledge at this point. You see a thin, tall, very lanky, very, elongated and somewhat emaciated looking gnoll, crouching, just so he's lying prone on top of the wall. He's got like about 3/4 cover from you, and he's holding, you can see now in his hand, the shiny thing from before, which was now fastened to a long staff. It is a glaive. It was the blade of a glaive that you saw, or that you saw before. You can see him. He's hiding. He's crouched. He's just sort of lying prone down there, trying to hide from you guys as he's struck, and then he's going to strike again.
So he's warrior version of Smeagol.
I let loose a arrow, and
all right. Roll. It is so roll. You have to roll disadvantage because he's prone.
Okay, fuck me.
Yeah, because he's got
is he
3/4
technically
cover.
within 5 feet of an ally? Because that.
Technically, he's within range of me.
Technically, I would say I will allow that he's within 5 feet of an ally. Technically, even though that 5 feet is, like Gareth would have to in order to hit him, Gareth is going to have to jump on the wall and start stabbing.
Yeah, it was weird. I wanted to double check. All right.
This is a little weird, but I will allow that.
Both 18.
Both are 18. All right, he has his 3/4 cover, which I'm just going to double check. Yeah, I made him hard to hit on purpose. Yeah,
You
quick
can't
reference
stop
for
me.
cover. Wow, that actually misses. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that really boosts his AC.
Yeah, I can only assume.
The
Yeah,
Cool.
you're
3/4
hard to hit.
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
3/4 cover really boosts it. Yeah, so that's gonna just miss him.
lot.
Cool. Like it immediately like you know.
I'm going to run 30 feet, and I will use a bonus action to dash and use the rest of my 30 feet to get on top. Can I do that?
Let me check let me see. Climbing. The rules for climbing are kind of weird.
Yeah, it depends on which. It depends on certain races, right? Like to actually get it like plus 30 climbing.
Yeah. So actually have their own climb speed. So climbing counts as difficult terrain. So you have 30 feet movement left after moving here.
Yep.
Then you can get on top. You can
Cool.
go right here or right here.
Cool.
Whichever you choose, and you are on top with the creature.
Cool. I'm up on top.
All right, next up. Yeah, all right, next up is Rockchild. What does Rockchild do? Just
Yeah,
there.
I guess. How much movement would it be for me to get inside the cavern?
A lot.
It would be a lot. You're pretty far back, so this is your normal movement. If you take the dash action, you could get to about here, about 2 tiles in front of Robin, which would be enough for you to now see the creature that was hiding.
I'm not going to dash in front of Robin. I'll dash next to Robin here and just go, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so that'd be 50 feet. You'd have 10 feet of movement.
What's going on?
You would not see the Gnoll at that point.
Yeah, kind of doing that on purpose.
Yeah. A Gnoll's attacked, I believe.
All right, and
Gareth's kind of down for the count.
Wait,
I'm
Gareth.
not. I'm still alive.
Almost. You're 11 points damaged, okay? You're not looking good.
all right,
It's just a flesh wound.
Next
It's
up,
but a flesh wound.
next up is the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Who here speaks Dwarven?
I might.
Oh god, I wish I'd taken the other thing now.
I don't, but I have comprehend languages. Can I cast it if I see he's about to speak?
You'd have to cast it as an action on your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No, I don't
you're not going to get this, but if you were to cast that spell, you'd understand anything that he says after this. But he says something in Dwarven. You don't know what it is. It's sounds kind of aggressive, but Dwarven is also a very guttural language. He's going to stand up and 5, 10, 15. He's going to use the rest of his movement to go there. He's going to snarl and just all out, his whole face and form twist. And he's going to roll to hit you with his reach weapon. What's your name? Caspian. He's going to roll an 18 to hit. He rolled really high that time.
That, you know what? My 18's not good enough, but sure, Cullum. Your 18 hits me. Do your worst.
Yeah. All right, he's gonna do 7 points of slashing damage to you.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, what is this thing?
Oh no, I'm sorry, not 7, 5.
I'll say, how did you hit me with an 11? Was it a 20?
He did max damage.
Son of a bitch.
He did max damage with you on the ambush round, and he did about like a point under average to Caleb. Sorry.
You're going to do a TPK here. I'm almost positive.
So
We're about to see a TPK here. I'm almost positive.
So all right, next up is Robin.
All right. I am going to move my 30 feet, and then hold on. Sorry, I'm like trying to move my character. 30 feet. Okay, and then I'm going to cast Entangle on the dwarf or
All right,
gnoll.
what's the area for entangle?
I believe it is about a 20-foot square. Hold on one second.
All right. Yeah.
Let me cast it. It should show up the description.
Yeah, it's how. All right, so it's 20-foot point within range. So, do you want it centered on him, or do you want it moving around?
I want it centered on him.
All right, so it's a 20-foot square, so 5, 10. Do you want to also hit? I assume you don't want to hit Caspian with this.
No, I don't want to hit Caspian with it.
All right, so I'm gonna try my best to draw in this shape with a red approximate here. So 5, 10.
I want him within it, but
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do shift. 1, 2, 3. So this is about what you're going to affect.
okay,
That
perfect.
entangle. There you go.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then I am going
You need to make a
to.
saving throw against it, right?
Yes.
Because in it when it spawns. All right.
Yep.
That might not be great for him.
I was about to say he's emaciated. I doubt his strength is high.
So that's gonna be a total of 8.
Yeah, he doesn't make it.
All right, so his speed is reduced to 0. He's grappled.
Yep. And I'm going to use my.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He's restrained. That's so
He's
much.
restrained.
That's so much better for you.
Yeah. And I'm going to use my face step bonus action to teleport kind of next to him and over the brush since I won't be entangled by it.
Yeah,
right
it will still count as difficult terrain for you.
It will still be difficult, but I'm literally teleporting into it.
Yeah. I'd say go there. Otherwise, you're like teetering on the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Wait, where is that?
Yeah.
So, and I will basically be poised to kind of interrogate him on my next turn. But he's now restrained for you guys. There you go.
Just snarling things out. Gareth, it's your turn. The creature is standing up. It's restrained. It's kind of an odd spot for you to really hit him, but you could try. What does Gareth do?
Gareth wants to punch the man or the emaciated gnome thing.
Gnoll. It's a gnoll. It's a large hyena person.
I definitely want to whack it, but I respect the child's wishes in wanting to interrogate it. So I won't use my newfound attack. However, I will be ready to strike.
So if you want to move next to him and hold your action to attack, you can.
Where's a good place? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's how high up? 15?
So it would cost it's 15 feet up. Climbing counts as difficult terrain, so it would take all your movement to get up onto the platform.
Okay.
That's your entire movement is to stand up there. And the whole platform almost is difficult terrain because Robin is casting a major spell. I'm just gonna
It's a good spell though.
Yeah.
I'll just hold my action then.
All right.
That's
are you
reaction.
what action are you holding? I assume you're holding an attack with a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going. All right. So if he does what, you throw something at him.
If he moves, I will. I guess I can't really prep Eldritch Blast, can I?
You can hold Eldritch Blast. The thing about holding spells as actions is if you hold them and you don't use them, the slot is wasted. But Eldritch Blast is a cantrip.
Okay, yeah, I'll hold that
Slot
one.
to waste. All right, so you're holding Eldritch Blast on him. The energy, forms in the palm of your hand, like the little Yoda lightning ball with Dooku.
Yeah, I'm just like glaring at this gnoll, like preparing. I'm just like,
all right.
Can I make an intimidation check?
You can certainly try.
I definitely want, because not only one, this Gnoll has polluted this wellspring, and two, it hit me. I'm not happy.
Yeah. Yeah, 6 to that. 25. It's amazing. The Gnoll is thrashing around. It is throwing out curses in Dwarven intermittently. Most of which are curses about dwarves, ironically enough. You manage to glimpse through its rage for a brief moment. But it is raging, and thus cannot be afraid.
Goddamn.
But it's like, it should be. You make contact with it, and there is that rational instance of fear should be here. It should fear you. It doesn't. As a perk of the raging effect.
It's a raging barbarian Gnoll.
It's a yes, it is. Yeah. All right. Does anyone else want to do anything, or should we see hold your actions? Do we want to try and see what the creature does? Because you've disarmed him pretty quick.
I'll say that was impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I still want a wound.
You
You
wish-
still want a wound?
You wish
Me-
to try and hurt it.
We broke
Caspian are
into its house. Don't do that. Just like
It
hold your action.
It polluted a wellspring.
Actually, can I use
better have
vicious
a good
mockery?
reason I hold my mace
You
menacingly.
can't see it. You can't see it.
Can I move to see him?
You will.
No,
all right.
I won't.
all
I
right.
won't hurt
You
it.
will-
However,
all right. Everyone can say one thing that they will do if this creature, breaks free or attacks or something. You can all say one thing that you will do, like run up and cast the spell. All right. Gareth is Eldritch Blasting. Rockchild will move and use Vicious Mockery, right?
Yeah.
Caspian and Robin, what would you do?
if it
Break free. If it breaks free and tries to keep killing everyone.
yes, I'm just gonna shoot it with my bow and arrow.
If it breaks free, I will cast Produce Flame onto it. But I want to do the comprehend languages and talk to him first.
All right. So it thrashes about on its first turn as you all like hold your stuff and watch it. It thrashes about. You don't really understand it, but it's throwing out a lot of very angry things. Intermittently with like single word, or 2 word, slurs for the most part. You gather it's very angry, and about the end of its turn, the rage fades and it turns to whimpers and panic.
Okay.
At which point you are able to get your casting of comprehend languages off.
Okay, brilliant.
Which the first thing you hear in the Dwarven is chains, no lash, chains.
I'm so sorry.
Round
Please calm
chains.
down. Sorry, in
yeah.
Dwarvish. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. Please calm down. We did not mean to break into your house.
Fun
We
fact.
didn't even know it was someone's house.
Stop for 1 second.
Okay.
Comprehend languages lets you understand everyone, but not everyone can understand you, so you're still speaking in common, which
I was waiting for
does
that.
appear to respond to.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect.
He is still freaking out, and in this moment, as you're talking to him, you notice that there's a lot of wounds on this guy, a lot of old wounds. Almost all of them are slash marks across his back.
Ooh, okay. So inference of like slave. Got it. So I'm gonna say, as long as you promise not to hurt us anymore, we will not hurt you. I promise. And I'm gonna look to everyone and be like, all right, we are in agreement.
It turns around as best it can to look at you. Yeah. Dwarf thing. Small thing. Lie.
Just because I'm short, I'm a liar. Got it. Okay. So it's like
Is
no.
it like it does its best to like scare you with like its like hits at you with like yellowed, partially broken teeth.
Mhm.
It's not working. The thing's panic is clear.
No, no. I promise we won't hurt you. We're not gonna keep you like you were. Okay, I promise. No more shackles, no lashings, or anything. We just want you to stop hurting us.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to negotiate.
It stabbed me!
Okay, we did break into its home. It's understandable it stabbed you.
It's
Let's
polluting
just-
the water.
These things happen in civilization. Hold on.
Can I just
No.
shout from the end of the hallway, like, you guys are really loud. If there's another one, we might be attracting it.
And I'll beat it too!
Gareth, didn't you get stabbed?
I can stab back!
Yeah, how many more times until you're dead?
Many of the
It-
things.
It looks it looks at you, Robin. Who besides Gareth maintains an aggressive posture?
I wouldn't have
I'm
put
still
down my
playing
bow and
music
arrow.
in my mind, just strumming on the lute.
I wouldn't have put down my bow and arrow.
All right, so you all maintain an aggressive posture. It's going to lean into Robin, and it's going to say in Dwarven. It's going to call her Tiny Chain Maker.
Damn.
It
They're not gonna be happy
it
about
does
that.
not believe that you bear it no ill will.
All right, I'm gonna look to everyone and be like, we need to put down our weapons, or else he's going to still be aggressive. We did break in here. It's understandable that he would attack us. Everyone needs to calm down, okay? So what is everyone gonna do?
I look around. Do I know that it's been chained?
You saw the shackle. You
I
saw
mean,
the
like,
shackle.
do I know that like this person or like the Gnoll was enslaved at some point?
I mean, you can make that
You
inference.
can make
I
the
believe.
inference. You're up there on the platform. You are able to see the scars on its back. You are able to. You were one of the people who investigated that broken shackle. If Robin is relaying its words to you, most of its anger seems to be around Chainmaker. No lash. A lot of those phrases are what is coming out of its mouth.
Okay.
Can I
lose
perform?
my aggressive stance.
What'd you say, Justin?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Aaron. But can I perform? Can I try and disarm him with music?
Disarm who? Wait, who can you see at this point?
No, I can hear the conversation that you guys are like talking about.
He wants to just
disarming.
start playing music in the middle of God knows where.
Well, I want to come closer. I imagine that while this is happening, I am
Kumbaya,
walking
man.
closer.
Kumbaya.
Yeah, you guys are able to move. You guys are able to move around normally.
I just want to like put on a show, perform for him, try and disarm him with some soothing music.
I'll stow my weapons, but
All right.
my hand is real close to my dagger.
I am just conflicted because I have an obligation, but also
I'm
I'm
just
not
gonna
fucking
sympathize.
I also haven't attacked it. I want to point that out. I was. The
I
only
haven't
one-
attacked it either.
I'm gonna just reiterate, like, we are not slavers, I promise. We are just adventurers. I promise we're not going to hurt you. If I release this spell, will you please not hurt us back?
The child is not a
No.
not a dwarf, despite being so short.
Yes, despite my stature, I am not a slaver, I promise.
Then why here?
We were just
comes
curious.
here.
We only came here
Was-
because we saw something interesting and we decided to check it out. Curiosity was
Was-
the only thing that brought us here, I promise.
Safe place. Now you here. Then dwarf.
What is it? What with dwarves?
I assume dwarves are the ones that enslave them. Inferences. I promise we will not bring the dwarves here. You will not be shackled again for something we did, I promise. Just, are we calm now?
It's very wary of you. And is very distressed by the fact that it is restrained.
Okay.
But it does not seem to be. It seems to be entirely afraid and not hostile. Its
Okay.
mood is shifted entirely towards fear, but it is no longer panicked nor aggressive.
Okay, I'm going to release Entangled then, if that's
Alright.
okay with everyone.
Right. If you drop entangled.
If that's okay with everyone.
It's
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to release you now. Just let's all be calm. And then I'll release Entangled.
It immediately rushes and presses itself into this tiny corner, is just hiding behind its glaive. Just
You didn't take the weapon away from it?
No,
still
I
it
didn't
was-
disarm
You
him.
didn't disarm him?
But Robin, ask him if he knows the names of the dwarves who put him here. If
Caspian, he can speak common.
he can?
He can understand common. He just is speaking dwarven.
Wow.
Wow.
He probably was beat to only speak it.
What are the? Do you know the names of the dwarfs that put you here? There's food in it if you answer.
I guess I'll.
It's not
look
sure
at
if
him.
it's not sure if you're patronizing it.
So, do you want food? Do you want food? I got food.
Wait, Caspian, you should ask him if he's got coffee.
All right.
Do not offer the gnome or Gnoll coffee.
I'll
No, you
take out
killed
some
gnomes
like,
last time. Gnomes
I'll
last
take
time.
out some of my provisions. I'm sure I have like a hard roll of bread. I'll break it in half. I'll start eating some.
I'm just gonna lean up against the wall and just kind of slide down. Because I am still injured.
Yeah.
It's just a flesh wound. Same here.
Tis but a flesh wound.
I got stabbed. It's fine. I'll eat.
Just
half
rub
the
some
bread.
dirt in
is
it,
Still
you'll be
just
fine.
dripping with orcish blood.
Yeah. Just
You'll have
Well-
orc. Just rub some dirt in it, and you'll be fine. That's what we used to
That's
do back
it.
home.
I'm going to the water. You
Alright,
deal with this.
That's what you always say. Run away.
splish splash. You were taking a bath. Have fun. So,
Alright, so he's
what was the name of the dwarf or dwarfs who put you here?
I'm gonna need to roll something for that actually. See how he knows. That's bad for him. He ain't that smart. Damn it. God damn it. He's going to say Emmy brought me here.
Emmy.
Emmy. Yep. None of you really know that name. Doesn't ring for any of you. I will say Caspian, because you've had to deal with a lot of blue blood shit in Venzor. You can roll I'll let you roll one more history check to try and guess. Go through like your roster of the people and what is wrong with you?
Dude, I don't know, man. I didn't have my
Uh,
coffee.
wait.
All right,
No
so
coffee today.
you go through the Van Meyers in your head, at least the High Branch family, the running branch. You come up with a couple of names, assuming I don't lag out here entirely. You come up with Aldebert. He is the patriarch of the entire clan. He's the head of the whole clan, all the Van Meyers. There is the matriarch Juliana. There is Olger, the heir apparent, bit of a thug. And there is Emery, who is Aldebert's daughter.
What was the first one? Was it Albert? Was the first one?
Aldebert.
Aldebert.
There's Aldebert and Juliana, who are the heads of the entire clan. And you also know that they have 2 children. Holger, who is kind of a thug for a personality, and Emery, who is their daughter. You don't really know much else. You just have the list of names. He didn't say one of the names.
Okay. Yes, he said Emmy.
Yeah.
Sounds like Emery.
Excuse me.
Was it a gal? Was it a young gal? Male or female?
As you start mentioning and putting pieces together, it it turns and focuses on you even more. Like the glaive was still at Robin, now it's you.
All right, you answered my question. Here's some bread.
You
Here's bread.
You hurts.
No, ow, hurts.
You hurts. You hurt Semi.
Do I?
No,
You
I
seem
don't.
to know who she is, so he's like, you hurts her.
No, we're not gonna hurt Emmy. He thinks you're gonna hurt Emmy.
No, I don't even know who the fuck that is. Do you want your bread? I promised you bread. I'm a man of my word. I'm a tiefling of my word, and I'll extend bread out.
He'll snatch it from you, and he'll toss it down to the table, where like the other like food stuff and other things were that it seemed to have left over. Like that seems to be what it's using as food storage.
Robin is gonna kind of go up to him a little bit closer, but not too close, and be
Void is not like you getting between the like glaive reach.
Yeah. What's your name? Did Emmy bring you here for safety? Is that what happened? Kind of trying to figure out its story, and at least trying to figure out a name for this person.
Yeah, it's going to say Hans.
You're Hans?
Hans.
Okay, Hans.
Hans. He points down to the anvil. Blacksmith.
You're blacksmith. Oh, okay. You seem to be a very good blacksmith from what I've seen.
Make metal better than dwarf. No
Like
dwarf
that.
metal. Know it.
That seems to be the case.
They made me know it.
They made you, okay. Can you tell me what happened to you? What brought you here to this place?
Dwarf, keep me. Claim Gnoll is beast, but Gnoll is people.
Yes, of course you're people.
Gnoll beast. Keep as beast. Hurt Gnoll. Make Hans work. Hans work. Learn Iron Forge. Hans, I'm smart. Learn dwarf metal. Get away. Hide from dwarf. Looking, dwarves always looking. And this, it is this instinctual growl as he thinks more and more about the dwarves hunting him.
Okay. So you came here to escape from the dwarves because they captured you. Did Emmy help you escape?
Emmy knows place. Brings things. Food and metal scrap. Make tools. Make weapon. Hide.
Okay. Do you plan on hiding here forever? Or does Hans want to re-enter society? Because we could help you. You could join us. That way you don't have to hide and run from the dwarves.
Forever. is tomorrow. It is something that may never come.
But it doesn't have to be that case. You don't have to live in fear anymore. We could protect you.
Hans is an animal. Hans is made animal. Dwarf. All of them out there. Hans is animal. Gnoll is animal.
No, Hans, you're not an animal. You're a person. And you don't have to keep living like an
Nothing else there
animal.
knows that. Nothing else there. Out there. Out there, they say goes.
I'm gonna
Would-
come up here. I'm gonna come up.
Okay.
Having eavesdropped on the conversation, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna say, "You want to go to a place where there's no dwarves?"
Okay. I was gonna say that Robin is gonna be like, we know you're not an animal. And there are other people out there like us that know that.
I know a place where there are no dwarves.
And that's another version, I guess.
He looks at you very suspiciously. Are you being honest?
Yes,
Are you talking to both of us or just Gareth?
I'm talking. I'm
yeah,
talking to the. I'm
got it,
talking to the
yeah.
Gnoll.
I was talking to Gareth on that question of like being
Okay.
honest.
I have an idea. You want
Dwarves on
There are no
all
dwarves.
Venzor.
It's not Venzor. It's a safe place where you won't go hungry.
What place are you suggesting to him?
The chocolate factory from Willy Wonka. Like,
Neverland from Peter Pan.
It's kind of like Neverland.
Oh no.
I feel like you're being a bit shifty. What are you suggesting? Like out of like not telling my character, I'm just curious.
I'm suggesting I make an offering to my patron to take the Gnoll.
To take him. Take him where?
To
You
her
want
home.
him to be kidnapped again?
No, it's not
Oof.
kidnapping. I'm offering him a home.
He's I rolled for whether or not he's gonna go down this rabbit hole with you. Rolled a 5 for trust. It's not looking good.
I activate. I use my Fey presence for charm.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
Screw you. Screw you. So he's gonna think about it, it's like he's gonna be like, no place. And
There is, and I will show you.
me.
Yeah,
No,
Robin's gonna look at you a little
Outside.
quizzically.
He's gonna say, no place beyond Venzor. There is no place.
So Hans, what's your plan?
Emmy keep Han alive and Han live. And
Wait, so someone's bringing him
way.
food?
Yes,
Yeah.
the daughter of the patriarch of the Vantis or Van Meyer family
Yep.
helped Han escape from being a slave and has been bringing him food in this cave and helping him hide from the rest of the dwarves.
And he seems very hesitant about it. He seems very attached to her.
Oh no.
Emmy has plans.
So I guess we camp out until this person shows up. Because I want what I want.
What
I-
kind of
I want the pure water. I want
okay?
the spring to be clean.
What kind of plan does Emmy have?
Emmy make safe. Emmy. She wouldn't have gotten me out without one.
That is
Right.
true.
Right?
Well, I was thinking, Hans, we're a part of, an adventuring group, a mercenary group, and, we have weapons, and you're a fantastic blacksmith. So what if we found you a place much better than this cave, and Emmy can still visit you, and you could help us, and you could make a living, and you could be out there in the world with people who aren't going to view you as an animal, and kind of look to Caspian to kind of like make sure that this is okay, and being like, this would be a good idea, maybe let's help him, kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm going to give the slightest of shakes of the head.
No, you don't like this idea?
I'm gonna put my hand, like my hand on Robin on their shoulder. You should stay here with Emmy, and we promise not to tell your secret. And I'm going to pull out I'll 5 gold. When Emmy comes, say this is a gift. Buy food, supplies, do what you will. But no, we're not going to say a thing.
Kind of
Yes.
looks at gold with the look of someone who has never seen really money before. And it's just like
Emmy,
weird,
give this to Emmy.
weird
Emmy
shiny.
will know.
It's like this weird shiny metal material, and it's just like kind of like it's like very malleable. Like he's like seeing what he can make out of it more than he's doing anything else. He really perks up when you mention like making things. He seems to really like that.
I think it'd be a good idea to have a blacksmith on retainer for our mercenary company.
Yeah. Hans is gonna wiggle past you guys.
Okay.
Jump down. He's gonna pull something out. He's gonna like ruffle around and some of the refuse and other just iron ingots and shit that's just on the floor. He's gonna pull out this very his tail is actually wagging a little bit at this as he pulls out this very crudely, like it looks like he scratched the words in with his claws. Little piece of driftwood that says on it in horribly spelled common the phrase Ashling Ironworks.
Ashling Ironworks?
Hans Ashling.
What a wonderful name for a flagship spot. Shop.
He props it up on like the forge, like almost like with like a there now it's a shop.
Robin, if we get involved with this, we're going to get involved with a very powerful family and their drama. He's good for now. I'm not saying we act on this information, but perhaps we can come back with more items and information.
So you're saying maybe we could help him later? Is that what I'm hearing? Like as they whisper to Caspian.
Yes, later.
Can I at least leave him with our name in case he wants to find us?
When was the last time this person even showed up for them?
We don't know that.
I know, that's why I'm asking. I'm asking you two.
Hans?
Oh, okay.
Hans? When did Emmy come last? When was she around last?
kind of thinks about it for a minute. A little hesitant with the whole trust thing. Goes few day.
And when do you think she's gonna come back?
Soon, when can.
Mhm.
You know, he kind of tries. He doesn't really get a lot of information. Living on the whim of someone else's charity.
God knows how many. God knows when the last time this person will show up.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like he'd be a good resource to have.
I don't think we need to pay him. He seems just to be happy to do everything for free for maybe a few belly rubs and.
But touching's probably not something he likes being a slave. I think we should still pay him.
Doggy treats.
You see the claws like sort of rake slowly across the stone as you start like making weird dog references to him.
No. I didn't have the accent. That was Caleb.
Yeah, this is.
I want to
This is a
make
great
sure
thing.
there. I got to make sure there because that's about
Yeah.
to
No,
give a
I
few
don't
brownie
think-
points. Like you have worked very painstaking to get this character on your side.
Yeah.
That's going to cost you a lot of that effort.
I think we should tell him, like, if he wants, at some point when he's comfortable to leave this cave or whatnot, if he wants to come and work for us and we can help him start his blacksmith shop and be on retainer for us as a blacksmith, and we can help him get started. It can be of his own accord.
Location. We don't even have a place to set up.
That's okay. I can leave a thing for my animal familiar or something like that.
Also, I also want to point out this water is still being impurified.
Okay, wouldn't it be
Refuse.
better then for your character to want him to leave this cave so that he's not, contaminating this water with his metalwork, and to do it in a more safe environment?
Yeah, with OSHA regulations and everything.
Exactly. So it's not purifying anything. We can bring him along on our trip, and when we set up a place and buy a building, he can be there, and we can start to socialize him a bit more before we kind of throw him into town.
My character's gonna look back at the water. Think, okay, play the long game, because I want to build a shrine here.
Okay, and I think that'd be a great idea, but I think we should give him a home first.
Already homes.
I will find this acceptable as long as I get to build the shrine, and I need to go make some communications.
The dead need no home.
Yeah.
Oh my
Praise
god!
the party.
No, don't do that! Don't do that!
The dead need no home.
Already homes.
I'm going out. I need to go make.
Okay.
I gotta go make contact.
Okay.
Homes.
Yeah, you see him. He's got what looks like someone has rammed a python through an axe head. It's like he's made a hand axe with it.
That's very good.
Very innovative.
Very resourceful. Yes. So we plan on stopping by again. You can call us we're friends, so we'll announce ourselves as friends. Don't attack us. And then maybe we can meet Emmy and we can have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We promise not to tell anyone about what's going on.
It seems fairly acceptable to you, from him. Like he doesn't seem. He's like, sort of like, he's not going to try and stop you from leaving or anything like that. He's very skittish. Like you get this person has not had a life where any trust is justified. Small order. Gareth, you've been at the water for a bit.
Yep.
You doing anything with the water?
I'm gonna make contact.
All right, you attempt. How would you like to describe reaching out?
You kind of like swirl. I'm gonna look into the water's reflection. Hopefully, there's not some trash falling through.
There's a little silvery, little silvery shards of, bits of tiny flakes of metal from, sharpening the axes and other things he has in there.
We could have done it anywhere else in this damn cavern.
It's who knows? Waterline isn't secure. But you go to make contact.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into the reflection. I'm gonna like swirl it around.
You're looking in front, and you all right, and you call out to try and commune with Coventina.
Yes.
The water flows a thick, rich blue into far greener woods than these, up in reverse of how water works into a wellspring that just sort of floats there openly with mist. This you see, and it is as though the little creek you are looking into has become that river. What do you do?
I'd call out her name.
You hear disembodied a voice. Child, child. It echoes throughout the water, at once bubbly and ethereal. Child.
I've come to report that I have found a place for a suitable shrine.
Indeed. I can see it. An old place. Older than. And her voice just trails off there with like no echo. It's a very unusual thing for her usual speech pattern, which you are somewhat used to.
Yeah.
She always finishes sentences and she just stops. Older than.
Unfortunately,
left with that.
Yeah. So I said, unfortunately, it'll be a moment. It'll be some time. There have been some complications. My party members wish to rehome a gnoll that's currently inhabiting and polluting the water as a blacksmith.
Water's patient, child. We shall wear away the cliff face, and the stone, and the solid metal ore. Water is patient, and water always wins.
I take it that this location does suit you.
We will have it in our time.
Let's see. Also, I wish to offer the pot of awakening.
You wish to like present it as an offering to her?
Yes.
All right. How would you go about doing it? So I want to know how you think you are presenting the pot.
Well, it's more like it's going to be in what grows out of it.
Like, are you trying to give her the pot itself, or are you showing it to her?
Oh, I kind of want to like show it to her and then what grows out of it, I offer to her.
Like this, like weird. It's not even laughter, but you know it should be. Interpret as that is comes through. What an adorable little trick. Bring it forth in its time.
Where I didn't quite catch the
Sorry, bring it forth in its time.
in its time. Okay,
Yeah. It amused her mildly.
fair enough.
It's a pretty low quality magic item.
I mean, it makes. I'll say yes. I found this.
Oh,
I
you
bought
can
it.
abuse the hell out of the game with it, but it's still a common rated magic item.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm like, I wish to know some insight of what plant might be suited for this.
He's going to think about that for a minute. There we go. And she'll say, one with roots long and deep.
All right. I wish to thank my patron, and I will report again when I have secured the location.
Yeah, you're asking plants to me, a person who has no knowledge of any sort of arboretum.
Fair enough.
I'm just like, all right, what's something cryptic enough to send you on your way? Go, shoot. Yeah. All right, and with that, the waters turn back. And you are once again back outside the ruins of the Look Tower with the cave. Hans is, back in there with everybody. What would you all like to do?
I'm coming back in. We're like, all right. So what are we doing? It's pretty late. Are we staying here tonight?
Still, like it's like middle of the day, right?
It's like, what is it?
It
Like
was
5,
late
6?
afternoon. It was like late afternoon when you arrived here.
Yeah, but we haven't spent much time here, have we?
You arrived at about 5. I'd say you've probably been here about an hour in total between all the investigating and stuff. So it's probably the sun is probably setting. Yeah.
I'd say we venture a bit further on our trail and then make camp. It's not too late in the night. It has just begun, so I think it should be fine. I would like to tell Hans my name, and that if he needs anything, to kind of ask for me.
All right. Yes, you tell Hans that you are. You tell your Hans you're Robin.
Okay, so, Hans, my name is Robin, and if you need anything, I will be here for you. I am a friend. Please just remember that. And I wish you all the luck in your life, and hopefully we will see each other again when we head back this way. Kind of trying to do like a very friendly reading. Sorry, my cat just did something.
Yeah, no, it's all good. First rule of owning a cat: don't own a cat.
She's been in a mood today, to say the least.
All right, so if you guys want to do anything else with the caves or Hans, you guys can head out if you would like to.
Yep,
I'm ready to go.
Yep, you found something rather interesting. Who would like to attempt to get you back to the road?
My survival is a +2,
I have a +5.
but
should
I
probably
don't
be
trust
you
me
then,
doing.
Gareth.
Yeah.
All right,
Water
let's
bo-
try this again.
All right, water boy, trying to get us back to the road.
I will drown you.
18, that's alright. That's decent.
Decent.
That's a lot better than the 9 we had before, right?
Do. You actually, you know what? I'm gonna give you something a little different this time. Ooh, fancy.
I do not
You
trust
actually come upon, as night now begins to fall fully, the road once again. Gareth, surprisingly enough, it was at the other end of the river.
Go
It's
figure.
over a small cliff. You know, makes a little waterfall, and you can see the road that you were traveling along. You know, back the way you came, and onwards to Dassos. This massive cliff face that you have found yourself near the top of. As night once again falls, and further travel may be inadvisable, given that you are now in on the edge of a cliff.
And also, I'm still injured.
I got you good.
Right, maybe we should make camp here because some of our party is injured. Looks at Gareth and Caspian.
Mostly Gareth.
But mostly Gareth.
Right, I'm out. Swoosh.
Passes out. I will take first watch if that helps.
All right. So first watch is gonna go to Robin. Robin, roll your perception.
Perception.
Well, I rolled a d6 of doom.
Woo! 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
All right. First watch. You hear folk moving in the brush. You hear voices once again in Dwarven.
Oh no.
Folk moving, about a dozen of them, or half dozen, I should say, moving space roughly 15 to 20 feet apart, just sort of making a line, trying to like just survey and search for search for something. They're talking to each other in low dwarvish voices, coordinating it. With your 20, you can see that most of them are armed pretty simply. Like there's no armor on any of them. The ones that have weapons usually have they're armed with basically billy clubs, except for one in the middle. He's got a very nice battle axe.
Can I see if they're female or not? Or do I recognize any of them?
You don't recognize any of them. It's a bunch of dwarven people. You're not in their path, but they are like you're sleeping by the road, and like they're searching like off up here, moving sort of by, and it seems away from you.
Are they
They're looking.
going anywhere near Hans?
They're moving in the general direction, but given their pace and spread out, they're looking. It's more like they're searching this area for him more than they are searching further. They're not following the river. They're searching the woods by the road.
So it doesn't seem like they'd go on Hans's path.
They might find Hans. They're in like the general, like Hans is. I'm going to use my arrow thing. Hans is back up this river.
Yeah,
right?
He's back to the left, and they're up to the right.
They're over in this general area, a little further off north, and they're moving also kind of in a this-ish way direction. They seem to be checking the woods to the to what would be on this map the right of the road, whereas Hans is up the river on the left.
Okay.
So they're in the wrong spot, but they're moving generally towards him, and it's they're probably not gonna find him, but like they're continuing to expand their search. If these are the dwarves that are looking for Hans, which it does seem very likely. It's hard to make out like personal characteristics on these people.
Okay. Because I want to mess with them, but I don't want to do it in a way that might further their search.
Could always go for the minor illusion.
I don't have minor illusion, but I
Oh,
was
yeah.
going to conjure up some fog to get them lost.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah. You want to try and conjure what, fog cloud?
Yeah, fog cloud.
All right. So you will create a 20-foot radius of fog.
Yeah.
That flows in from the dwarves as you cast this.
Yeah, so I want to do it further away because my range for it's pretty big, right? Yeah, 120 feet.
Yeah, they're not on top of you, so like they're not gonna run into your camp either.
Yeah.
It's like
but
you probably edge your range to get it in front of them.
Yeah. Well, I'll give him in front of it because I can barely do that. But I think, yeah, I kind of want them moving in a fog cloud.
All right. So, just FYI, so you understand how this is. The fog cloud is a 20-foot radius, so it covers 40 square feet. There are 6 of them spaced about 15 feet apart each. So 30, 60. They're on a 90-foot line.
Yeah, I can't get all of them. But I'm gonna try to get some of them.
All right, yeah. So you cast the fog cloud. The dwarf line, immediately calls for a stop. So there's a bit of sound off going on.
Yeah. And then I want to cast. Let me see if this is within range.
They all like immediately are like very wary of the fog, and they continue their advance.
I don't think it's in.
To confirm that they're all there, so they pause for a few seconds. They're very suspicious of this sudden fog, which unfortunately isn't very big.
Yeah.
Like it's great for blocking up a room, but in the open woods, it's slightly lackluster.
How far away from them are we?
I'd say you're probably 50 feet from the nearest one.
Damn it. Okay.
Which is why you're able to get fog cloud out in front of them and like fully useful.
Okay, I wanted to send like a fury of crickets at them to mess with them, but that's out of the range of infestation. Okay. Yep, I just want to mess with them, confuse them a little on where they're going.
Yeah, and because comprehend languages isn't up, you notice that the people are very nervous about the fog. And you do get a name, something as identifiable as a name because it is familiar to you. You don't get any of the context.
Okay.
But one of the henchmen does say the word Holger.
Holger, okay.
Seemingly in reference to the one with the battle axe.
Alrighty.
Given the back and forth that you're able to just barely pick up, because you're 50, you got the 20 perception.
I love how we're all sleeping. Like, oof, okay.
Yeah. Is Holger one of the children of the patriarch of that, or am I misremembering?
Yes. Holger is the son of Aldebert, Aldebert is the head of the Van Myers. Holger, the only other thing that was really revealed about him is he's kind of got the personality of a thug. He's not a nice person.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I had an inference that was the one that was the battle axe guy. That he was the thug one.
That is confirmed by the smoke. You gather that the other 5 dwarves in this line are subordinate to him.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just hoping that messes with them a little bit, because I do not like them.
Yeah, they're not happy. The lesser ones seem very nervous. You are technically in the Calchetch Forest at this point. You are technically in the edge of it. This is the more tame space of it, but it's still the Calchetch Forests.
Okay, yeah.
There's a reason why it's plural forests.
Get wrecked. Be
Wreck
afraid.
nerds.
Yeah. But
right.
that is your first watch.
Sounds good.
Who would like the next watch?
I'll take it.
All right. Caspian, please roll for me your watch.
I will warn Caspian that I heard those dwarven people and that I did let him know that I casted a fog earlier in the night to kind of mess with them, but that he should still keep an eye out.
You know, this watch would go so much more easier if we had some coffee. But
Coffee.
yeah, I'll keep an eye out.
Coffee. Make a fresh pot of coffee.
Even that. Alright.
Coffee. I need some fresh pot coffee. Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee.
Yeah. So, Caspian, you've got a 10. Nothing escapes your notice.
Not at all.
Not even the squirrel that's running underneath his nose.
Yeah. Nothing escapes your notice. Fortunately for you, tonight is relatively still in the dead hours of the night. It is a bit dreary. You do see from your cliff face, you do see some like rain in the distance. It's very quiet, very peaceful. And you, of course, do not notice the large mystical newt that is currently riding on your back. I completely joke. Who's next? If you don't want to do anything with your watch, beyond just look out for things, we can go to the next person.
Yep, if there's nothing interesting, if I don't see anything, I'm just sitting there thinking about coffee.
Yep, let's do it. We're going to try everyone gets a watch this time, so who's next?
Oh, everyone gets a watch?
Yeah, I'm going to try it. I want to try something a little different just to see if it slows us down.
I volunteer as tribute.
Versus the 3-watch thing I was trying before. I just want to try a little experiment.
Yeah.
All right, so third watch is Rockchild.
Yes. And what do I do?
Roll perception.
Perception.
Made a fresh pot of coffee. Oh,
Yeah, bring it on.
he's just too busy playing whatever he plays.
Yeah, I'm imagining that I'm playing and like slowly nodding off with the music.
Yeah, so
You've sung yourself a lullaby.
so Arwen's blade slides down your throat and utters the phrase, "What's this? A ranger cut off his guard?"
Ah!
So yeah, there's various animal noises throughout the night, but nothing you should be concerned about because you are just so on point.
Man, I'm nailing this song.
Laser focused.
Yeah. I'm in the zone. I haven't played this well in years.
He just sees like a weird newt that crosses the path. He goes, "Huh, that's neat." Goes back to play.
Just start writing a song about a newt.
Nah, even better. You don't even recognize a newt. You're like, oh, cool, an iguana. Didn't know those happened out here. Dope.
Start writing a song about the iguana.
Yeah.
Would you
Gareth,
like an iguana?
Would you like to roll perception for the last watch?
Walk.
Golf.
What'd you get?
I got 10.
You got 10. All right, we are doing great
killing
tonight,
this.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, things are going very, very well for all of you.
Are they?
Like, super nicely.
I'm hungry, so I'm gonna put out an animal trap just to see if I can catch anything.
Sure. As you go to lay out the animal trap, I'm going to. Here we are. Found you finally. Gareth. As you let the animal trap, you find that one of the things you're laying the animal trap out against, one of the sort of twisted, gnarled, half trees, isn't really a tree.
God damn it! It's a dryad.
And it nat 20s you.
Fucking hell!
As the twig blight hits you for 7 points of piercing damage.
Twig blight.
Yep.
I was hoping it'd at least be an
Gareth,
ant.
if you would like to place yourself on the map.
I was gonna put it next to the water, but fuck.
Yeah. Just put yourself down on the map.
How do I do that again?
Click it. Go to the compendium. Go to your name. Click and drag it onto the map.
That's not where I wanted it. Well, actually, yeah, this is actually a good place. Just like next to this tree.
Yeah. So like one of the little grass there isn't really grass.
Did I recover all my hit points, or is this still?
Nope. It's still you get it all back at the morning, including whatever you lose here. But you are attacked by a twig blight.
Also, what armor are you wearing? Because I probably weren't sleeping with it.
Well, keep in mind he's on watch, so he can put his armor on for the watch and take
Fair
him.
enough. Fair enough.
That's fair.
Oh, Caleb tried playing the evil DM.
Yeah, he does that. He does that a lot. He thought he had me so good with in his games. He thinks he gets me with that. All right, so Gareth, what do you do?
I'm gonna alert the party.
All right, Gareth starts screaming like a little girl.
Like, wake the fuck up!
I will say the party. If you can put yourself somewhere in this vicinity, probably.
I said we were over here, but
No, it's like you guys are kind of in this side of the road. Like you can be just sort of anywhere to the, to the right of this, mark in the dirt.
Where's my character token?
So like,
You gotta drag yourself on.
is this okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, anywhere like you see this road thing.
Yeah.
It's like big line. Be to the right of it. So you are all to the right of it.
I'm trying, but I don't think I'm able to drag myself on. You click the character picture and just drag it. Oh
No.
You click the character.
Click and
name.
hold on your name and then drag. Click and hold on your name. So you see how your character name goes blue when you hover over it in the
in
journal?
the journal section.
In the journal section.
Oh, hang on.
Click on your name and drag onto the map.
Oh, here we go. Aha, I got it.
All right, very good. All right,
It took me a minute.
everyone wakes up. All right, we're gonna use the initiative count from last time just for ease
Gosh.
here.
God damn it!
Alright.
So, Caspian wakes up first. What would you like to do? Gareth is screaming for help on this, giant map of a massive cliff.
15 feet of movement to get up.
Yep, I forgot how big this was.
And then I'll use my dash to start running.
Yep, you can see the tree thing attacking him.
Okay.
At least you could probably just move 30 feet and get within range to shoot it if you wanted.
He's got the bonus action dash to get over to you.
Yeah, and then sure, I'll grab my bow, and as I'm running, just.
All right, roll to hit it.
And I am within the 5 feet thing if you need that.
I do. If it hits.
Oh,
Nat
I
20!
love it.
Nat 20, all right.
Nat 20.
Oof.
Very
Roll your
nice.
damage.
Alright, so that's 7 points of regular damage. And then I don't have it programmed for sneak attack for that being doubled, so I'm just going to roll 2d6. Alright, so a total of 15 points of piercing damage. Zero. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you absolutely murder this thing. And the other one that was like next to it, like there was two of them, just comes to life and just turns as its friend is just splattered into twigs on its face. All right, that's Caspian's turn.
That's Caspian's turn.
There are two of them. I was gonna have it keep hidden and then murder Gareth from the back, but you just mullered him.
Wow, rude.
Yeah. Rockchild's turn. It's 15 feet to stand up.
All right, so I'll stand up and use my movement.
Yeah.
And then, how far am I from?
Yeah, this is a slightly further twig.
60, 70,
75. 75 to get to the twig blight.
Ooh, I might not be able to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah,
Did
if you
you
can't
cast
do
healing word on me?
You have to be closer, I think.
Oh, really? It's not.
Yeah. You can
I thought that
also
one was
use
120 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah, if you have anything that says bonus action on it as a spell, you can use your action to dash to try and get within range. But yeah, this is a pretty spread out map for what this is. I do apologize.
I'll say for whatever reason, I thought this was smaller, and I also imagined that we were camping here.
Yeah, he went back to. It's canonical. If you'd have gone back to the river, I would have let you replace. It's very canonical that you would have gone to the river.
Oh, okay. Then that would be my turn.
All right, so that's Rockchild. All right, the monster goes. Oh, that's probably not gonna. That's a 13 to hit you, Gareth.
Oh, I have 14.
So it just rakes. It's needly hand. Just you see, it has like little like sharp spikes on it. Just rakes across your armor. Does nothing, and that's its turn. Robin. Gareth screamed and is being mullered by a tree man.
Brilliant. Sounds fantastic. Okay.
I am the lore exit. I speak with the trees, and for some reason, they're speaking Vietnamese.
It's weird that y'all both knew that. Okay.
They're obsessed with it. It hurts.
Yeah, that hurts my soul right there. Okay. Whew. All right. So luckily, I will use my action to run, and then I will use my phase step to teleport this 60 feet here. So, okay, so and then I will cast Infestation on the blight and use termites to try and eat it up.
All right. Infestation is a saving throw.
Wonk.
Constitution save. It critically fails. So it's going to take the point of poison damage, and I believe you force it to move.
I do. It moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least, yeah. I roll a d4 for the direction.
Yeah. Right, roll a d4, yeah.
2, so it goes south.
It moves here.
Yep.
Yeah. It takes the 1 point of poison damage. It is still up, unfortunately. Gareth, what would you like to do? We made it all the way to you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Come on, this one's injured, and the other one was absolutely one shot.
Well, no, I was wondering. I was gonna go for overkill and use Hellish Rebuke, but I was like, I don't know, because it's
Hellish Rebuke is a reaction for when it hits you.
So it has to hit me. Oh, I could have used that before.
Yeah. When a creature hits you, you use your reaction to inflict damage on it.
And then Eldritch Blast is ranged.
Yeah, which means it would have disadvantage to hit the creature that's currently trying to stab you.
I'm gonna fucking whack it. I'm gonna be whacking it.
All right, go for it.
Whacking it with me die. Shoot. I just do the normal attack roll, right? I just click mace.
Yeah, click the word mace and it should roll the attack. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what it says. 17 definitely hits, so click the word mace in the description in chat.
Oh, okay.
click the word in chat, and now you do 8 bludgeoning. You did match damage to it. It is also dead. It shatters.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and that little fun nighttime ambush is over.
Fuck.
Came,
Yay.
that one came nice and close to getting you.
Boy,
If it were for the fact that I was already like injured.
Yeah, that's what makes some of these ones fun. Is they assume they assume you're recovering from something far worse.
Yeah.
boy, Gareth.
That is you have woken everyone on your watch for that.
You woke us up for that?
Listen, I could have swore there was more.
You've got to be
I was
kidding
never-
me.
Okay,
gonna-
mister, I'm gonna fucking play an instrument on my watch.
Hey, nothing bad happened on my watch, sir.
As far as you know,
Hey,
you weren't
we're...
paying attention.
Boy,
He wouldn't know
Dude,
that.
I
He
was
wouldn't
trying
know
to
that.
get us breakfast.
Aaron,
as I
you
hold
wouldn't
up the
know
bear
that.
trap. I mean, you were the one who woke me up, so I assume you were the one I noticed you were playing an instrument.
so I'd just like to point out 2 things. One, we have a child here. They need all the rest that they can get. They're still growing. And 2, if you're gonna piss, you can just piss, 15 feet away from us. You don't have to wander all about.
I was getting us breakfast.
If it's not coffee, I don't give a fuck. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, same
Yes,
here.
I shall return to sleep too. As that was not that big of a deal.
Next time, don't howl so loud.
That is legitimately me yawning. That's not me being in character.
You're just
Y'all
a
are
method
different.
actress.
It's canon now.
Just a method actor in the works.
Brilliant.
But yeah,
I'm
you
setting
all
up my damn trap.
you all are able to complete your long rest mercifully. You get all your shit back.
Do 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 do.
Oh, thank you,
that
oh
is-
merciful God.
That is the end. That is the end of that. You guys want to take your break here, or do you want to keep going?
I want to go grab a drink real quick.
Yeah, I gotta run.
All right, so we'll take 5, and hopefully we'll be back at the end of this.
Mhm.
All right, so let's take 5. Put up the title card. All right.
Back.
Hey, everybody, we're back. Thank you for your patience. We have our little break here before the last segment of the show.
Union mandated.
We
Yeah.
had to hydrate.
Support your unions, folks.
Hydrate before you dehydrate.
Yeah.
That's
Union.
Gareth's motto, actually. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys wake up the next day. It is a much chiller day than the day before. It is now the 14th of Maris. Autumn is the official start of autumn is literally tomorrow for the
Oh,
island.
exciting.
Robin?
Exciting.
You know what would be very nice to start off a day like this?
Coffee.
A nice piping hot cup of coffee. Yeah. You're getting it.
You ain't getting no pumpkin spice, damn you.
I'm gonna go check my trap for food.
So, Caspian, I've had this idea called a latte. All right, hear me out.
I rolled for food. Unfortunately, I rolled the no food button.
Damn.
I rolled the one, which is the only side of the dice that says nothing's been caught.
Yeah, no,
All
it's,
right, I'm gonna
it's
pack up the
coffee,
trap
it's
then.
coffee,
sorry, man.
milk, and foam. Yeah, a
Yeah.
latte. That is a thing. Yes.
Oh, it's already a thing. Huh.
It's very clever that you would think of it all on your own, but it does exist.
What about a microwave that keeps stuff cold, guys?
Microwaves keep stuff.
I like the fact that it also implies that microwaves exist in Isle of Venzor, which
I'm-
is
But not
I'm just-
refrigerators.
Nah, I'm just screwing with you with the standard stoner joke.
No, it's a little box where you keep imps and they'll cast firebolt on your food.
yeah.
That sounds suspiciously
And
like
we-
slavery.
No,
and we
you hire
return
them.
to the watch on Discworld.
What if you capture a fire elemental and you keep him happy in a container that both warms your food and your household?
Like,
All right,
Oh,
Well,
so
y'all
like
want-
a nice slave owner.
Yeah.
Got
Alright,
it.
so y'all want me to take you to Eberron? Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's
No,
literally
no,
the
no,
campaign
no, no,
setting.
no.
that sounds
Because I
basically
can do
what,
that. I can make
What was the
Eberron
character's
happen.
name from Howl's Moving Castle? Because it sounds just like that. The little
Calcifer?
Calcifer, yeah.
Do
Yeah.
elementals count as people?
Yes.
I feel like any sentient
The
thing counts as a
Genasi
person.
walking by
Are
is
they
a-
like half a person?
I didn't know they were intelligent or not.
Okay,
Anyway.
let's start our trek
And-
to Llyne. I
Anyway,
think Caspian
you-
really wants his coffee.
you all head for Llyne. It's a relatively easy path, seeing as how one way is a cliff face at the moment.
Yeah.
It's gonna take you to about noon to get there. And at around midday, you do indeed emerge into what is generously called the city of Llyne. You see, it is a town of wood and thatch. There is a large central rounded Rohirrim type hall in the middle. This seems to be the central building. It's of some importance. Caspian, you would recognize this as the premier's hut, the sort of governor's mansion of the city. As impressive as it is here, it is incredibly rustic by comparison to the others that you have seen on the island. There is a couple of small, tightly packed, wooden buildings scattered all around. The city itself, as you enter, sort of opens up as you push past this. The forest creeps in on all sides, and there's a massive open field that, well, it would be an open field if it wasn't completely covered with tents. Just awnings and banners flung up over everything. This is the heart of Llyne. It is the caravansary, and it is where about 90% of the population of this sleepy little town seem to be. Anyone who is not mining or lumberjacking, it seems to be in here performing some form of exchange and commerce. It's also the only colorful thing in the entire town. But you have made it to Llyne, and
All right.
Robin is incredibly unimpressed.
Sorry, I'm
My-
tired.
All right. You see those tents? That's probably where we're gonna find some coffee. First round's on me, and once you get addicted, it's on you.
You sound like a drug
Do
dealer.
not get the child addicted to coffee.
Yes.
I would
Alright,
only like to try one cup.
That's how it starts.
The first one's free. I'm looking for coffee.
I
Alright,
shall
yeah.
attempt to assist in his search for coffee.
All right,
Or
both
like
of you
a-
roll. Anyone looking for anything in the caravansary can roll a perception check to try and find it.
Perception, okay.
Yeah. What were you saying, Aaron? Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna look for that blacksmith.
For Hans?
No, to silver my weapon.
Oh, you're gonna look for a blacksmith. Yeah, you can look around for a blacksmith if you like. As the party arrives here, just let me fix this. No, bad machine.
Way to get a nat 20 to search for coffee,
You know,
Caspian. Just
Coffee.
coffee. Yeah,
He needs that
sometimes
coffee.
you really just need it.
He really needs to find that Starbucks
Yeah.
to get that triple venti macchiato low foam.
So as you head through the
understood half
various
of what you just said.
as you head through the various bright banners, you come upon something rather intriguing, to say the least. It does sell coffee. It does have a number of items up sale. It is a simple, seemingly unattended rug that has a number of strange and odd items out there, including a open bag, like a large industrial, burlap sack of the coffee bean, among several other seemingly innocuous things. And I'll be able to speak more clearly, assuming my file for this area ever loads.
All right. I'm just gonna get down real close, start sniffing the beans. Just
Like a drug addict.
Jesus Christ.
oh, that's a good dark roast right there. So good.
Yeah. At this point, Jesus Christ, where is it? I apologize to you all for the inability of Google Docs to work for me. Yeah, I just let me. Where is she? The small calico cat sitting on that also seems to be sitting out there like one of the wares. Pipes up in common to you. He goes, she's gonna go. She says, "Looking's free, but anything else costs."
I'll look, I'll smell, I'll pay.
I've heard that one before.
3 cups of Joe, if you wouldn't mind, for me and my companions. Or four, I'm sorry.
Get Robin a kid's cup.
Yes, all and Robin, the child, they are. This is their first time, so we want a smaller portion. So why don't you get them the espresso? Much smaller. It is a smaller portion.
She looks at you, it's like, she looks at you, she's gonna say, yeah, we I just sort of trade the beans here. Don't actually make them. You do that yourself. It's most people here are pretty self-starter, self-sufficient type folk, ones who do it, do it their way is the right way.
I'm gonna get very quiet. Just I will pay any amount of money for you to figure out how to make some coffee for us. I will pay double. I have not had coffee for several days. And if coffee is not in my hands, I'm gonna cry.
How about
Would chewing on the beans help at all?
Well, if you're going to pay anything, and there's that smile.
Again, I've heard this one before.
How about
Firstborn
that
child.
thing on your neck? And she's gonna point to the clockwork amulet.
Fuck it. Yeah, give me some
What?
coffee. Here you go.
You trade the clockwork amulet for several cups of espresso.
Yes.
You toss it you toss it down to her, and like as it hits her fur, vanishes.
Oh, I've heard of you. It's a cat of storage.
It's a cats of holding, dear. Name's
Cats of what?
Colleen.
All right, Colleen. Work your magic.
And she will magically produce for you several cups of coffee.
Awesome.
Whoa.
All espresso and I just, all right, I start handing them out. This is worth it. I promise you all. Bottoms up.
Yeah.
All right. How does the
Aaron,
coffee?
I will say Gareth, might not be too familiar with it, but he would understand the concept of these things.
Yeah.
The Cats of Holding are a relatively new, shall we say, presence in the Feywilds. They're a collection of Fey creatures. They are all cats. They were all artificially created, and they have a real nasty penchant for making swap deals. Like, they are obsessed with just trading shit.
We're gonna get to see Tristan in this campaign.
You don't know.
R.I.P. Tristan.
You are, but you get to meet Colleen, the Cat of Holding, today.
Well, I am so excited to meet Colleen as a player. Yeah. Robin has no fucking clue who they are. Okay.
I told you you'd want to stay around.
Yeah. How does the espresso affect Robin? Because they would never have had this before.
Depends on whether or not you learn better things.
You will never sleep again.
Never sleep again. So I do like a Constitution saving throw or something.
That is the sensation you have. I'm just gonna say it's the default sensation. We'll see what happens if you ever try to sleep.
Okay.
Robin's just running around like, oh wow, this is really good. Can I get some more coffee? Hey,
yeah, just starts running.
I was about to say,
coffee.
Robin,
with a really thick Boston accent.
That's like
Robin,
more New Jersey.
Okay, I'm gonna say Robin. It gets like very shaky and excited and being like, okay, no, it's the perfect time to go find Nute the Newt. We should be searching. We should search here, and just starts looking everywhere for the Newt.
We're gonna look at
caravan.
Caspian. I'm gonna look at Caspian and be like, look what you did.
Yeah, I'll be like, Caspian, your turn to babysit.
Yeah.
And they just like run off to go search for Nute the Newt.
That's your responsibility. I'm gonna go find a blacksmith.
Do you have any alcohol?
Caleb, what'd you do to your audio?
Oh man, you sound like a robot.
Oh no, he's been turned into a Cyberman.
Delete. Delete.
Oh yeah, did I mention that this coffee was made with basilisk eyes, so now you're all petrified?
Thank God.
Awesome, no. I'm stoned.
I don't know what you did, but like you are like a robot deep throating a flamethrower.
What about now?
That's an image.
Is this better?
Now you're normal.
Yeah, that's better.
Do not diss my analogies.
I'm gonna ask Colleen, is there any you sell any alcohol? Because if I'm drunk, I don't have to watch the child.
No.
I don't think that's how that works.
If my dad can watch me while drunk, so can you.
All right.
We're just throwing out all the character trauma here.
All right, Robin. Let's go find Nute the Newt. You run around. You are my eyes. You are my ears. And most importantly, I want you to run and get all this energy out.
You created this problem.
Colleen's gonna.
No, Justin.
What?
Now you're the robot.
Oh no.
That's a filter. I know that one. That's
that sounds like a filter.
I know that one. Yeah. Turn it off, please. We need to have audio quality, please, if for no other reason than the fact that we're broadcasting this. Rockchild, as Caspian has to go off after Robin. Colleen's gonna sort of gesture you over, to, as a cat might do, and see when he comes. Like, so, you're looking for Nute? I could help with that, but I think it might be better if you would. She's gonna hold up the the clockwork amulet she took from Caspian.
Yeah.
But I think it might be better if you did not. She's just gonna dangle the amulet there.
Wait, am I still here too?
What is the clockwork amulet again?
Once per day, take 10 on any roll. So instead of rolling a die, you take a 10 and add your modifier.
See, that is tempting, but I'm sure in your great experiences you have something else that could be offered.
Hold on, wait, real quick. I want to ask.
Sure, I will let you still be there, even though you've been trying to go to your blacksmith this whole time.
Oh no, I didn't know I left too. That's what I was asking.
I said I will let you be there, even though you're trying to go to your blacksmith.
I was like, what's it to you?
Well, it's anything to me but a deal. There's
Again,
a bargain to be made.
Let's make a deal. Let's go. Shh, shh, shh. Gareth, let's let her.
No, shut, no, shot, no, rock. You will not.
She's gonna continue to dangle around. Just like, I'm sure your friend would be grateful. And what's one newt to you?
He's a coffee addict. I don't give a crap.
Yeah, you took that from a man who was relapsing. I hope you're proud.
I don't really. She thinks for a
Give a
minute.
shit.
She thinks for a minute and goes, yeah. No, I don't think we have pride.
Would you like it?
Obviously.
Man, we haven't even been in this campaign that long, and you're already trying to sell your emotions again.
I'm just ready to. I just want to know. I'm just out of curiosity.
No, I'm talking more to Justin.
I know,
no, that's
talking
just
out of
Justin.
character, yeah.
Justin's willing to do this in real life.
Yeah, Justin is proof there is no devil, because where the hell has that man been in his whole life?
Justin would make a deal with the devil if it meant he got any minor inconvenience removed from his life.
Yeah.
Guys, come on.
You were the same person who had a whole argument with us about how morals and ethics are not the same thing.
I was talking in character, to be fair.
All right, let's get back to the current dilemma we are having, which is what is Rock Trout trying to offer the cat Colleen?
Just I don't know, like you make deals. Let's make a deal. Let's craft a deal.
What do you want from a cat that holds things?
Shh, Gareth, just shh.
He goes, well, Newt's a nice boy, but I'm not sure he's really, I'm not sure he's really worth this. Besides, if you're not willing to deal on it, I don't really know what you'd like. We've only just met.
Wait, Newt as in a person? I thought this was a newt, like the animal.
It is. It's a newt called Newt.
Yeah.
It's Newt.
But the cat said a boy.
You found the joke, die. Newt.
No, I knew Newt. That was very poorly built.
Yeah, she's gonna look at you, Gareth, and go, and I'm a cat.
So, Cat, how would you like to feel pride?
That's a fun little bargain, but I think yours is mostly false.
Ooh.
Garrett's just like, ooh.
How about this? Then you don't want the trinket. How about this then? She's gonna roll her paw over over the ground, and now it's gonna come a little die. And it's gonna roll a little 6-sided die. And it's gonna roll a 6. She's gonna tap it, and it's gonna roll a 6. And every side it rolls to is suddenly 6.
Oh.
Charlatans die, darling. As true as you are. Think of the number, roll the die, it happens.
Gareth, I think we can make a lot of money with this.
We still have to find the newt, regardless.
Okay, so what can I trade to get this die, if not for the Newt's
Nah.
life?
I'm saying I'd rather you not. I don't.
Okay, why
Now-
not?
There is one thing you could get for me.
Sure.
Something I've not been able to find, unfortunately,
A soul?
all my time here.
Name your price.
Keep talking, water child.
No, I'm.
How about it? See, there's a lovely little thing on this island. Rather elusive for my taste, but oh so beautiful. It's called the lion's mane cloak.
Ooh.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Do you find it? And if you, I could offer this as, shall we say, incentive, an upfront little thing to ensure that you seek it out.
Deal.
All right, you get a charlatan die. It requires attunement. Now you have a die that rolls whatever you want it to be.
Is it only a D6 or can I have it be a D?
So it's a D6. So basically, what it is, you remember in episode 1, the gambling with hopscotch, right?
Yeah.
You can now cheat at that.
Ah.
You can now, instead of rolling, to see what your next card is, you can just say what your next card is. You can just say what the value is without having to roll for it. There's no longer chance involved.
Nice.
So you can just cheat.
I bet you 100 gold I will roll 1,000 sixes in a row. No, you won't.
That's like the most obvious way to know that the die is rigged.
I didn't say I was good at the scam.
I was say you
You'd
like
be
not
a
all.
very bad scammer.
So congratulations. You can also mark down that you have accepted the quest from somewhere else.
Isn't the
I-
lion's mane cloak the thing that we saw back?
Ooh,
Is it?
Spoilers.
Who knows?
I'm pretty sure.
You don't.
Who knows you don't, nice.
All right, come on, Rockchild. Let's go find a blacksmith.
Okay.
Yeah, easy enough to find a blacksmith in this town. This is where most of the ore and the wood comes out of. You are able to go to... Nope, not that page. Nope, not that page. Nope, not that page. You are able to go to the pick and axe, I believe. If I can ever make this game work. Here we are. Yeah, so you go to the pick and axe. It's instead of it's AN apostrophe. The a little bit of a pun there. You imagine the owner is just darling fun. Inside, you see a large, older human in his 50s, a bald man, cauliflower ears, looks like he was probably a boxer or something rough in his youth. Named, he introduces himself as, welcome to the Pick and Axe. I'm Bernard. What you looking for?
I'm looking
Orc
to
master.
looking to silver my weapons. Can you do that?
Aye, we work with the fine metals, same as anything else. Silvering, though, that's an interesting cost, though. Don't get too many requests for that. It's have to see the weapon you want. Silver, it, of course, is relatively expensive, as I struggle to find where the hell silvered weapon is. Let's see. 100. All right, so yeah, it's gonna cost you. Let's see, there's the rate. So it's about 100 coin of gold for the silvering of any weapon. It's not just the cost of the silver you're putting into your blade, but also the time it takes to actually work it in without, making it just a decorative little Nancy showpiece. Yeah.
What if that's what I want?
And you should buy a toy.
Got
I
any
like
of
that
those?
41 shit. Let's see. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
I'll say, because unfortunately, I only have 41 gold.
Yeah.
Because I spent 60 on the pot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if coins your issue, recommend talking to the premier out in the big hut. He's got some issues going on, what with the trees and the mine all going berserk this time of year. Might be some good coin in it if you're actually any good with the stabby stuff on your side.
Ooh, Gareth, we could go work for a bit.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. You said 100 gold?
Yeah, there's 100 gold for each weapon you need, Silver. Takes about a day anyway.
Alright, fair enough. I'll keep that in mind, but I'll be back.
Yeah, payments up front.
I figured.
Alright. So with that, you have made it into the town of Llyne. And as Robin runs amok and is chased down by Caspian, and Gareth and Rockchild seek out you go to seek out the premier potentially for some more work.
Yeah, I bring it up. I bring it up to them,
Yeah.
but I figured they still want to look for the Nute first. And also, I feel like I look at Rockchild to relay the information from the weird cat thing.
Yeah, we should probably tell him too that the Newt was of some level of importance to the cat thing.
Yeah.
Are
As you
gonna
guys
explain it as the cat thing?
Yes.
yeah,
The
as you guys meet up,
catapulting, the weird
as you guys
cat.
meet up, we are going to end tonight's session.
Okay.
It is that time, fortunately. So we will see you next week. And it was very fun. And just as a little reminder for this month, there will be no game on the 31st, on the last week, on the last Monday of this month, because that is Halloween, and it's a holiday.
Yes.
Yeah. That's gonna be it. So, bye everybody.
Bye.
If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you guys next week.